My reflection this morning has been around choosing the world that I see. And my lesson in A Course in Miracles today is around the statement, it's impossible to see two worlds. And the Course has been building up to this for a few days now, really presenting that around the essential theme of the Course, which is moving from a mindset based in fear, which represents one world, to a mindset based in love, which represents another. And yeah, as I've been sitting here kind of holding the space of what a world based in love looks and feels like to me. I've also been watching the natural world out here around me, and I get a front row view every day to a swan who has his nest just over here in the bay. I don't know if you'll be able to see him. He's just out there, but he constantly lives in fear. He's constantly defending against any perceived threat. And I could even see at a very practical level, kind of within the realm of close to his nest, but he will fly anywhere on this side of the lake if another swan kind of comes within range. And it's been interesting. I never drew this correlation until this morning inside the context of this lesson, but I think back to earlier versions of myself and how I would be territorial. And where this showed up quite often was in business. I perceived the threats to my business early as anybody, kind of occupying the same space that I did. And I would exert so much energy and hold so much tension around it. I could feel the cortisol in my body constantly in response to this perceived threat. And it's funny, after this swan goes to defend his territory, he'll fly and chase other swans, and then at the end of it, he has to flap his wings and do this whole dance to release the extra energy, is what somebody told me is happening when he does that. And yeah, I really got how it wasn't just a season. This was like 2 decades of my life that I lived like this, and it was stressful. It represented my 2 decades of insomnia almost, or 18 years. And I think back on those times and what I was putting myself through by living in that world. It was the world that, the schooling system I'd gone through had pointed me towards and said that's the way to do it. It was, kind of the world that, the media and a lot of business thinkers pointed towards. And on the outside, they made a good achievement-based case for why it made sense. On the inside, it did not feel good. Even when the outside results were coming, they were very fleeting relative to the internal price I was paying. And so, yeah, it's funny how a swan guarding his territory can bring up some decades-old insights around the worlds that I did live in and the world I choose today, which is rooted in peace, love, joy, and freedom.